How far does that take you down? That's the question right now.
You will be eliminated. It's a do-or-die game. We are back to the Swiss stage now on the Xbox side of things. Of course, we were on PS4 earlier. Both of these players, 2-2 in the Swiss at the moment, with just that one last chance this game to make it through to the knockout.
You might as well call it a knockout stage, because you lose, you're headed home. You win, and you're in. Marcelo turns it over. Mbappe. And Ramos can't clear. And we got an early goal for Kurt. And it's R9 in the first 5 minutes of play. Bang, bang.
And Goal Machine just couldn't clear it out. He was trying his best to get rid of the ball. But every single bobble, it was just bouncing right back to Kurt, and he gets that goal lead now. And for Goal Machine, who was 2-0 in Swiss yesterday, lost 2 on the bounce, but he did have to face the likes of Tex, the likes of Nicholas Razek, his teammate from Rogue. Probably wasn't expecting to be in this situation here on Saturday. And now he has to come back from behind.
Well, Sergio Ramos from Real Madrid, and that clearance was Real bad. That lives to an early goal. Now he's going to have to answer for Goal Machine. And another giveaway. Has numbers. Hellet into the 18. In the boxes, Ronaldo and Maldini able to answer the challenge. Foul. Advantage will be played by our match official. Top of the box. And a one-time. And who else could it be? It's the youngster Mbappe. Puts Kurt up 2-0. Uh-oh, Goal Machine.
And Kurt is looking confident. He himself, I mean, he probably would have been thinking he might not have been here in this stage. He probably thought he was already going to be in knockouts yesterday. He lost on penalties in his 4th game of the day, which would have taken him to 3-1 if he were to take that win. Just losing out to Klinger in quite an intense penalty shootout, which was after a 7-7 game. So he's definitely got goals behind him, and this is the perfect start.
So 2-0 in favor of Kurt. That could only be one. Messi. Cheeky with a chop. Ronaldo. Ramos. And to Neymar. Neymar getting free for a moment. It's up to CR7, back to R9. And the foul will be called.
Kurt doing really well to suffocate Goal Machine and deprive him of possession at the moment. We've seen nothing going forward, but a nice nick of the ball there from Goal Machine will allow him to actually get an attack finally in this game.
Maldini able to snuff out the through ball. And Kurt's back on the attack. Maldini starts the build-up the other way. Eusebio on the feet of Ronaldo. Messi now. Some space. Can R9 get there? Marcelo just gets a boot to it.
And even though Goal Machine is used to being in these situations, he's used to having to find goals when he needs to. 3 might be a little bit too much.
Ronaldo. And 3 it is. 3 unanswered. As CR7, a trifecta of goals in the first 20.
And what a start this has been from Kurt. Really demonstrating his dominance early on in this game. And we call Goal Machine for a reason. He's usually finding goals left, right, and centre. 124 goals for him this season, averaging at 5 goals per match. He doesn't look anywhere near scoring any at the moment. It's all Kurt.
Yeah, right now he's got as many goals as you and I and everybody else in chat. The only problem is we're not out there on the pitch. 3-0. Kurt looking to add more. Marcelo. Mbappe and Vieira. Able to step in for Goal Machine. Kyle Walker. The Man City right back. Now Eusebio, the icon. Ronaldo finding his way outside the 18. Waiting for a bit more support. Eusebio Over to Hullet. Rolls it over, but its counterpart on the other side is there with a block.
And Kurt is pretty deep here, is just trying to absorb pressure. We saw in our previous matchup earlier, it can work out. And now on the counter, he's looking for more.
The turn into Gea. Unlike the World Cup, gets his mitts on that one.
From the corner, plays it short, but it's going to be cut out by Goal Machine. And we need to see something different, a tempo switch. But look at the amount of white shirts he's having to get through. They're all rushing back to defend that back four, getting as close as they can to the box. Kurt now into kind of defensive mode, hold on to this 3-0 lead, and maybe try and break.
Boy, how consistent is Hullet and Vieira?
I mean, there were a lot of questions asked when the Team of the Year FUT items were brought in. Were we going to start to see Kante more often? But the thing is...
the issue with Kante is the height. I mean, 2/3 of the world is covered by water, the rest is covered by Kante. But in this current meta, just does not have the height to be effective.
The height is extremely important. Also, chemistry comes into it as well, trying to get every single FUT item into that starting 11, but it's still Kurt going forward. Mike said he's a very attacking player, and he is demonstrating that here. A lot of pressure in his opposition's final third. Not letting any simple passes out from the back. Very clever from him.
Marcelo, always cheeky on the ball, but this time able to keep possession at least. Ronaldo with some space at R9. He needed a perfectly timed shot, low and driven, to bang that one home.
Corner whipped in, but De Gea does well enough just to punch it away. Thankfully, towards a white shirt as well for Kurt. Goal Machine now trying to get a little bit more in his face. One goal could change everything here, although 3 goals to the good does seem to be the magic number. It's 2 goals, but I'm still a little bit nervy, but Kurt looks completely comfortable.
Boy, if he could get one before the end of halftime, it could change the entire narrative for Goal Machine, who caught a 20-minute onslaught. Match official initially played the advantage, but holds it up for a free kick as we near the 45.
You could argue that this game is far more important for Kurt as well. Not only for him trying to prove himself for his fans, finally being back on the stage here, the big stage with FIFA 19, but also he's down in 116th in the Global Series rankings, and he'll want to be able to secure his spot in the playoffs and get closer to that E-World Cup.
Through ball. And the flood waters keep rising. Neymar in the 45th minute with a goal.
And that's how he's going to secure himself into the playoffs. He needs a big tournament here. If he were able to creep himself into something like a console final, the amount of Global Series ranking points he could secure, hell, even if he got to the cross console final, got 1,500, that would pretty much guarantee him at playoffs. That's what he's going to be setting his sights on. As far as I'm aware, hasn't qualified for any other tournaments this year after this one. So this is his do-or-die tournament. And at the moment, he's proven himself against one of the top players in the world, Goal Machine, who's currently ranked 8th in the leaderboards. You've got to remember, Goal Machine at previous tournaments took down the likes of Tex in those knockout stages. Although at this tournament, he fell to Tex, so maybe not the Goal Machine that we're used to seeing.
At the end of halftime, 4-0 in favor of Kurt. And this is absolute dominance through the first half.
It really is. We haven't seen much from Goal Machine going forward, if I'm honest. Kurt defensively has been on top of things, but going forward, he's the one who's looked incredibly threatening. Every time he's on the ball, you feel like there's going to be a goal. He knows exactly how he wants to approach the final third of the pitch, and we're going to have to see a switch-up of game plan from Goal Machine now.
Already shaking his head.
And that's the thing, he can't get down on himself. He can still come back into things, even though 4 goals does seem like a large deficit. Goal Machine more than capable of getting back into it if he starts playing to his best.
Got 3 halves to go. Just leg 1. Through 48 minutes of play. Hullet Rolling it out to the left of Marcelo. At the feet of Ronaldo, there's Neymar now. Back to R9, but Maldini there for Goal Machine. Is this the buildup? Needs to crack the scoreboard here. Ronaldo goes down in the box. Play on.
Yeah, good defensive work from Varane, and now straight up the other end for Kurt as well. He really wants to hit that counter-attack hard.
And we haven't given Varane enough credit for his play throughout the tournament.
I mean, his FUT item, the team of the year, Varane, is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I will stand by it. One of the best centre-backs I've ever used in any iteration of FIFA. And I've heard several of the pros say similar things as well. Absolutely phenomenal statistics for him.
Yeah, 96 overall, very physical at a 92 ranking. And that allows some of those challenges, even on the most beefy of strikers. R9. Cut out there by Vieira. Sergio Ramos now. He'll switch the pitch.
I think this is good from Kurt. He's noticing that Goal Machine's trying to press him a little bit more, so he's playing a lot more one-touch football, switching the play, just keeping away from those rogue shirts that he sees on the pitch.
And Mbappe had a chance with the 50-50 ball. We'll go back to Goal Machine. No time for a slow build-up. Swings it out to Marcelo. Looking inside, all the way through the box. Walker now rolls it over. And Hullet will try to clear.
And I've been talking a lot about Kurt's attack, but he's just mentioned his defense. Very good use of his offside trap. Every time Goal Machine's going forward, he's hitting that offside trap. He's pressing with his two centre-backs, making it very difficult for through balls. Really good stuff from Kurt.
Ronaldo was looking for R9. Nobody home. CR7 back the other way. R9 on the ball now for Goal Machine. One of his most promising chances of this young match.
Goal Machine almost desperate now to just get one on the scoreboard and try and regain a little bit of confidence, but he's giving that one away.
R9 goes begging.
And that was a chance really for Kurt to get a fifth there. Just slightly mistimed it. Hit it yellow. We do see him sometimes creep in with yellow, but look at that. Goal Machine, head in his hands, because he knows this is going to be a really tough task. And you might notice Kurt just kind of holding onto his throat. I did see a Twitter video from him yesterday. He's not feeling too well. A bit under the weather. Don't know if it's a cold or flu or just something after traveling, but it's always difficult in any circumstance, any working environment to be able to do your job whilst feeling unwell, whether that job is playing video games, whether it's building a house. You don't want to be unwell. We saw Emis Desari at a previous event when he had the flu. He fell short, but Kurt has a chance now at 4-0, despite being under the weather. Might be finding himself going into the next round.
Currently with a 4-0 lead, as you said, partner. Coming up on the 70th minute here in leg one as Lionel Messi will make his way onto the pitch for Kurt for Ronaldo. Roland Dino comes in for Vieira on the other side for Goal Machine. Through ball. Mbappe and De Gea. An absolute god inside the 6-yard box.
Goal Machine's just desperate for one of those to actually go in. He's hoping that he can beat the goalkeeper just to tee him up for at least a chance in the second leg. He's got to try and reduce this gap as much as he can in these final stages of this first leg.
Messi now. And De Gea will step in front of the cross. Vieira out wide to Ramos. Right back to him. Vieira on the foot of Neymar. Hullet. CR7 looking for space. Well, you can't back off Cristiano. Mbappe fighting through Kyle Walker, and Messi will clear it.
And now these are the situations where Goal Machine really needs to take advantage of it, but he's twisting and turning. He doesn't really know what he wants to do on the ball. He's reluctant to play the through balls, but finally he finds one.
Neymar, and he'll go for the back post. Literally a banger.
And that's the glimmer of hope that Goal Machine has been searching for. But is it going to be enough to give him the momentum he so desperately needs? Can he switch on now? It's the counter-attacks he needs to be jumping on because Kurt is still going forward, still attacking, as that is his nature. Goal Machine is just going to have to try and stay patient here and hope that either mistakes come about or he gets chances.
Well, you can't give one right back. And Messi nearly beat De Gea near post. Corner conceded, he'll go short. Neymar with some space. Marcelo. And Messi. Some strong defense coming on and substitution. Here for Goal Machine. Marcelo. Very narrow. Neymar with room. Through ball. Mbappe. And this one's not over yet.
It's not. Kurt was dominating. He was leading. He was looking very comfortable. But this is the thing about Goal Machine. When he switches on, he turns up and the heat starts to rise. And now, Kurt is going to be a little bit concerned, even with this 2-goal cushion. But Goal Machine knows it's been his defensive ability that's let him down this tournament. On average, he's been conceding 5.5 goals per match. But it's the fact that he's still been able to scrape through and find goals of his own that's been able to secure him those victories.
Trying to find his way through, but Sergio Ramos is up to the task. In a short corner once again, Neymar. Couple drag backs will clear it out to Marcelo. Trying to get it on the feet of Neymar. Errant touch leads to another transition here for Goal Machine. Can he get within one? After a bad performance in the early going. That's right, it's not terrible, it's not bad, it's bad.
It's a mix of both and I like it. And Kurt is going to have a chance in these dying moments. 92nd minute and there's white shirt streaming forward.
And able to hold it at just 2 goals here at the end of full time. That could have been disastrous.
Could have been a lot more for Kurt, to be honest. He was looking like he was flourishing in the early stages.